Hey everyone, so it's another Lick Friday, this time on a Saturday because I forgot about it yesterday. I was just way too busy. And this one is a John Frusciante special, if you like, where we've got 5 Frusciante licks. So obviously the Red Hot Chili Peppers guitarist John Frusciante, for those that didn't know, as some of you may not. It covers quite a range of his playing. It's all in D minor, this lot as well. So we've got a couple of faster licks, some more sort of Hendrixy styled licks, and kind of a country lick in a way as well. But there's 5 of them, so you're going to find something in there which you actually enjoy playing and are able to put into your style of playing as well. They're all transposable, so you can put them into different keys. They're fairly straightforward to get used to, but to get that Frusciante sound and the way, well, just the pop that he ends up with, you need to attack the strings quite hard with this and not be too precious about preciseness with it as well. He's got a nice natural sort of relaxed way of playing with it, but really hard hitting and just full of flavour as well. So it's a really nice combination of tools to have. There is a sort of backing track to it. It's just guitar and drums. There's nothing really too busy going on with that, and that will come up at the end of the video as well for those that want to play along with it. So that's all helpful. It's all in D minor, I think I said that, and yeah, that's about it. So if you want the tab, it's on my website, dansguitar.com, and please do comment below, share, subscribe, hit that bell button for the future notifications, and just come and visit us on all the socials, as I just said, because it makes a lot of sense. There we go. So that's it. Let's get on with all 5 licks so you can hear them all at once, and then the breakdown will come straight after that. So see you at the end of the video. Righto, so lick number 1. Most of these are taken from the song Danny California. So obviously you can have a listen to that and then you'll get the good vibe of them rather than my vibe. But this first lick is very Hendrixy. I like this just because that little bend, slight blues curl bend on the 10th fret as we go through this. And that kind of lick as well, which he uses a lot. You know, you could be applying that in different octaves and it's sounding really good. But anyway, so we've got the 12th fret on the A string, 10 on the D, and there's that 10-10, which is G string and B string, and you're going to do a quarter tone, sort of blues curl, and then down to the D string on that 12th fret with vibrato. So the first part, really nice. Then the bit I was just talking about, sorry, not that, which is a 12 sliding down to 10 on the A string and then pulling off to the 8. So that itself, if you can get used to that movement all in one, so you're only picking the 12, sliding it down and then pulling off to that fret 8. That's something Frusciante uses all the time as well, so you'll hear that a lot within his playing. And then you're just basically hopping back and forth between the 10th and the 8th fret. So, and then it's to the 10th fret, the root note, to finish with on that E string. that's a nice lick. Let's go on to lick 2. So lick 2 is just a reoccurring pattern, as a lot of these will be, well, a lot of them, 2 of them, where you've got a slide into the 14. So this is using shape 2 of the pentatonics. Lick 1 was shape 1 and shape 5 basically. So this one where you're sliding into the 14th fret. So you've got that 14 on the 3rd string, the G, 13 and then 14. And then we've got 15, 13, 14 as a reoccurring pattern. So, okay, so that's actually really nice to get used to that movement. And that's something you'll hear quite a lot. Really effective, but you don't want to shy away from hitting the strings too hard. So that sounds quite weak. You want to hear that kind of attack on the string as you go through it, so don't shy away. You're not really going to snap a string very easily unless there's something completely and utterly wrong with the guitar or the strings themselves. So yep, that's that. Now let's go on to number 3. So this one is another reoccurring lick. A typical Frusciante once again, as all these are, so I should really stop saying that. We've got the 12th fret, bend on the 3rd string. Now I'm using the 2nd finger for this. You could use your 3rd finger and 1st finger and 4th finger for the rest of it, but I'm using fingers 2 and 3 and 1. So we've got the reoccurring pattern is basically 12 bend. Don't be too kind of precious about it being a full tone, just try and bend it as much as you can, but not over bend it. And then you've got your 10, 13, 10. Now I pull off the 13 to the 10, but you can pick it, and I think Frusciante would do as well. And that's that reoccurring pattern. Now the hard thing with that is getting some speed on it. And that's something where you can phrase train yourself just to gradually take an increase in tempo, and it will work wonderfully if you allow yourself to do just that. Right, okay, lick 4. This one's a nice one. It's got a bit more flavour and a bit more kind of a journey to it, which is really nice. A little bit like lick number 1. So we've got so it's a really nice one. We've got the pull off from 13 to 10 on the 1st string, 13 2nd, 10 on the 1st, so that's the first 4 notes. So take it in triplets, actually, be the easiest way to look at it. So you've got 13, 10, 13, and then 10 is kind of like inverted in many ways, but starting with the 10th fret, and then 13, 10 on the 2nd string. So then you've got a bend. Take that as 4 notes, so you've got your bend on the 12th fret of the 3rd string to the 10th fret, 13 pull off to 10 on that same string, the 2nd, and then it's 2 repetitions of 12, 10 on the 3rd string, 12, 10, 12 on the 4th string, and then 10, 12 on that 3rd string to finish it with a bend. You can bend it and vibrato it would be really flavoursome. Again, it's the attack on these. So that's the typical Frusciante one. I played it right the 2nd time then, not the 1st time. Right, okay, and then the last lick is this one. This is the country lick. So we've got so that's fairly simple, but not so easy to keep the bend whilst putting the little finger. In my case, you might use, I can't do it like that. I haven't got enough strength in the middle finger. But anyways, my technique allows the 3rd finger. So we've got the 12th fret, bend 3rd string, keep that where it is as you put a little finger on the 13th fret of the 2nd string, and then you're letting the bend back down because you strike it at the top, let it down, and then pull off to the 10 on that same string. So then you do the same thing, but the 13 is not on the 2nd string, it's on the 1st string this time. So you've got, but the rest of it stays the same. So still holding that 12th fret bend whilst you pick the 1st string. and then you're finishing with 12, 10, 12, and vibrato with a slide out if you want, or something else on that D string. So that's fairly straightforward. Now if you want to play it with a backing track, it is coming up. It's only a sort of like a simple thing, but it might help. That is it, back to me. So the Frusciante sound is, as far as I can gather, is basically Marshall and a Boss DS1. Will give you a really good representation of the way, or a fuzz pedal of some sort will give you a good representation of his sound. I'm using Bias Effects. If I can, I'll put the patch to the one that I'm using on my website, so you can download it from there. It's a desktop version, but it'll be similar if you're using it. You can copy the settings if you like, if we're using Spark Amp or that Spark app, any Positive Grid kind of guitar app, so you should be able to copy it or use the exact one that I'm using on this. If you did like it, please do subscribe and hit that bell button if you haven't done so already. Comment with stuff you would like to hear on this channel, and visit the socials for just the social side of things. Bit random that, wasn't it? So there you go. That's about it. If you do want everything like tabs and the patch which I'm using, if I can upload it, it'll be on my website, and you can find it all there for free anyway. So take care everyone. I'll see you next time for Lick Friday or something else. See you later.